Welcome everyone. We got a really exciting video for you guys. It's kind of like a podcast-ish thing going on. Owlman and Board Hero, decided we should do some collaboration and we should talk Gen Con prep and just kind of talk about contemporary meta and how things are and how we're prepping for Gen Con as well, because it's a really exciting time. And we just kind of introduce ourselves a little bit. And so Owlman, introduce
Yeah.
yourself, your channel, why you play Heroscape, why you playing this kid's
Yeah,
game.
absolutely. Yeah. I'm very excited to do a collab with you. I've thought about it for a bit now. And yeah, I've been playing the game off and on for, geez, since literally it came out in end of 2004, like ever since I was a kid. So love the game and glad to, I dug back into it pretty deeply when, it was announced that the new stuff was coming out back in 2024. So even though I don't consider myself as a huge meta player. It's still interesting and it's fun to talk about. I've always considered myself more of a casual player at heart, but I can still meta it up when I have to, when I want to win. I can still make a good team. So yeah, I love. I started my
Nice.
channel, The Owl's Nest, back in January actually. Uh, I've been slacking a little bit on some videos lately, but yeah, I was trying to be pretty consistent with that. Pump out a video every day for a while, but yeah, I just love Heroscape. I love discussing it, the units and stuff. And yeah, made some cool friends too. I'm able to play Heroscape once a week now lately, the last few months. So that's pretty nice. I know not everyone gets to do that, but yeah, just having a lot of fun and excited to make more videos for everybody. And yeah, this collaboration is going to be fun.
For sure. Yeah, and I was excited when you reached out and was like, hey, what do you think about doing a collab? So we've been chatting about stuff
Yeah,
already, so really cool to
yeah,
do
yeah.
collaborations and hope to do more with other YouTubers out there. Me myself, to answer that question, I've only been playing Heroscape since April of 2024.
Oh
So
wow.
I'm a,
Okay, for some
almost.
reason I just assumed in my head you were playing it way longer.
Uh,
Interesting.
why'd you assume that?
But I don't know. I don't know. I just did.
Well, that's all right. Yeah. No, it seems like a lot of
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people have been playing it since it came out or played it off and on, which, yeah, wasn't
Yeah.
me. I didn't know about it. I was playing Mage
Wow.
Knights and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
So I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
playing VC figures
Okay.
that were not for, because a lot of the VC figures for Heroscape come from Mage Knights. Like a lot of the
Yeah, I believe a few.
actual figures. So it's kind of funny, but yeah, I was super into Mage Knight. So if I knew about this game, I would have been playing this game, because it's the
Yeah.
best game in the world. So,
Oh, it's awesome. Love it.
but yeah, I ended up just getting into it because I actually got an ad on Google about it coming back. I saw that, and the reason I saw
Oh,
that
cool.
is because my brother had mentioned something about it when I was designing my own game, and
Oh, awesome.
it had figures and terrain and cards. And my brother was like, "This is like Heroscape." I was like, "Nah, my game's better." And then, then I saw an ad for it, and I
Is
was
it?
like,
Is it really?
"Is it? Yeah, maybe if I put a couple of years into actually developing it." But anyways,
That's
it,
cool.
it was fun. But anyways, that kind of
Yeah.
is what ended up making me see the game. Jumped on I think I was on Heroscapers and in the forums, and then found the locals, and then went and played my first tournament ever, and it was Reverse the Whip. Probably the
Okay.
worst first tournament to go to as a new player. So
Yeah, I was gonna say that kind of isn't really my style as far as playing, but I mean, hey, gotta get started somewhere.
I had no idea what I was gonna get to, but
Yeah, yeah,
anyways,
yeah,
it was fun. I started playing, I got destroyed. I hate ice trolls and arrow guts for a long time because I
yeah,
that's what I took.
yeah.
And I got
Nice.
obliterated.
Okay. Oh,
But then no,
yeah,
I like them now. So I've
yeah.
gone on to win some tournaments using them, so it's all good now. So we've made up.
Yeah, that's
But
so cool. I remember too. I do remember the first game I ever played. I think I actually mentioned this when I was on a Roguescapers thing a while back. But yeah, my first game was when I was a kid, and I had a couple friends get invited over for like a birthday party type sleepover, and he had this huge map built on the floor of the room. Like, what the heck is that? That looks so awesome. And then I saw the samurai and the Vikings and like GI Joe type airborne elite figures. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sold. I want this like now. Like it was so awesome. Like I know, like we played and I believe I lost, but I didn't care. I got to play with the freaking samurai. It's like it's awesome. It's like playing toys but with dice. It's an excuse to play with your plastic figures, but with dice basically. It's awesome. I love
uh,
how like everyone throughout history is like fighting. It's like you get everyone gets a little bit of everything that their favorite, pretty much for the most part. Everyone has like a favorite unit or squad or whatever. So
Yeah, that is one of the appealing things about Heroscape is there's literally something for everyone.
yeah,
And there's
pretty
some that
much.
don't even maybe like playing the game as much, and they paint
Yeah,
or they build maps. So like there's just so many little aspects of it that's really cool that
yeah, yeah.
it can get everybody's itch.
Oh,
So
for sure.
cool. Well, let's move on to kind of the main topic is about Gen Con.
Yep.
And so I will be going this year. I believe you're going, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Me and the Mrs. Owlman will also be going as well. So very excited.
That's cool. Does she play Heroscape with you?
Yeah, every now and then we play. It's definitely, it comes easier to me than to her, but I've taught her a few tricks, and I'm probably going to be giving her my Cobra army to use actually during the day one heat. We'll both be playing the day one, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we play. She loves the Dryans. That's her favorite. Owashi is her favorite figure, along
She's
with
the Von
Kita
Fun.
and Anshu. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
So yeah, I'm happy that my wife likes to play. She, here and there, she actually she tries to get into it. It's kind of cool having someone who wants to participate in your own hobbies. So yeah, very excited. And yeah, I got the badges today too. They came and got them in the mail, and I'm super
nice.
excited. So yeah.
now you don't have to wait in line there. So yeah, anybody going to Gen Con, it's probably too late actually.
Oh yeah.
I think it's too late. Never
Yeah,
mind.
pre-order.
You should have
Emphasis always
pre-ordered.
pre-ordered.
You should have. So
Yeah.
next year do that.
Note
So
to
anyways, yeah, note
Note
to
to
self.
self.
All right, cool. So what are you what are you most looking forward to at Gen Con?
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to playing in the championship. That's what I really want to do. I just hope I don't get my butt kicked on day one and I can't play in day two. Like my goal, if I can make it to day two and just win like 2 or 3 matches, I'll be happy. Like if I get eliminated, it's fine. I know, like I'm sure day two will have the more the survival of the fittest type thing. The better play. 'Cause not everyone's going to be like the best at playing. Like day one's going to have some rookie players, some for fun, some experienced players, and then a few veterans too. But I'm hoping I can survive to day two, but
Yeah.
because the thing is that those tickets sold out so fast. Like I was only able to grab a couple like side events, like the treasure quest I grabbed, and I grabbed a ticket to Monster Mash, and I think that's all I could get. Like I think
Mm,
there might be a couple left, but like the other formats that looked fun were already gone.
yeah.
So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe somebody won't show up, and I'll be able to play in a couple side events if I get eliminated quick. But
Yep.
yeah, just to top it off, I'm excited for the actual playing in the quote unquote championship. So
Yeah, and I think a lot of people that are playing in the championship potentially also buy up the other side event tickets just in case they get eliminated.
Yeah.
So if they
Yeah.
move on, that might free up if you're eliminated. So there's a chance to like get
Hope so.
those,
Yeah.
get those. So, but yeah,
Yeah, maybe I could trade with someone like or something. I don't know. Whatever.
exactly right. Yeah, I'm super excited for the championship. That's why I'm going. That's my favorite
Yeah.
part. But I do really also enjoy going and seeing the new reveals because they do that at the
Mhm.
booth, and you're able to
Yep.
see what's coming next or something that they recently revealed, and you get to see those figures, and so that's really exciting to
Yep.
to catch wind of what's
Yeah, that'll be
coming.
fun. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and it's great too, just friends. Like you mentioned, you're playing weekly now. Like to be honest, like
Yeah.
before I was playing Heroscape, I had like one friend. So
Yeah.
I'm just too
Yeah.
busy always working. And so like
Yeah, I
I
get
have
it.
friends at work, but like out of work, I
Yeah.
got like 1 or 2 friends really. But now that I've been playing Heroscape, I have like dozens of friends that I'm excited to see at tournaments locally or the bigger tournaments too that I've made friends with. So like I think that's one of the unique things about Heroscape is like you will make friends. Like it's really hard not to
Yeah.
because the community is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty awesome. Matter of fact, my buddies Brett, Ray, and Eric should all be going as well. So we get to play each other a lot. And yeah, they're all very solid players, by the way. So very excited. We're all gonna should be there. So yeah.
Awesome.
I'm excited to meet, obviously you're
Yeah.
going there. I'm excited to meet Sir Heroscape finally. I've been watching his videos for forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the folks on Discord, I'm sure that a few of them will be going. Excited to meet them. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
It is. It's going to be awesome. So, let's talk a little bit like tournament prep. How are you prepping
Yeah.
for Gen Con, and whatnot? I mean, let's talk about the championship. I mean, that's kind of the main one we're probably going to spend the most time
Yep.
prepping for. So like, what kind of armies are you testing? You know, is there any units that you're high on or
Yeah.
underrated? You think? You know, what's kind of your
Yeah, yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah. Again, like I told you before we started, if I talk too much, you can feel free to tell me to shut up. Yeah, so it's obviously for everyone. I mean, I'm sure anyone listening probably knows already, but for anyone who's not aware, it's 460 points, 17 figure limit. So for me personally, I've been doing a lot of testing with Reavers. I really like the Reavers a lot. I didn't buy any Orcs or any Vipers or any Elites, nothing. I skipped a lot of what came out recently. I did buy all of the Secrets of the Citadel set. All that's on the way. Although I'm trying to switch it to Gen Con pickup now.
yeah, that's a
Unfortunately,
good
since they
idea.
pushed it back, that was kind of a bummer. But whatever. Hey, I should, as long as I can get it at Gen Con. I mean, hey, whatever. But yeah, so for me to go back, definitely trying to focus on Reavers a lot. I think they're definitely very viable. I can't say that they're superior to Cobra. I still think Cobra's probably the top dog, just slightly. I'm not gonna say like they're so far away from everyone else. I think Reavers are fairly close behind, honestly. I mean, there's a lot of units you can pair with the Reavers too. Like, I mean, for me, I've been using Savaris with Reavers, like 4 squads of Reavers, 3 common heroes, and then Savaris. That's a pretty effective army. I've definitely won several matches with them. Unless of course you have, when you whiff, obviously, but whiff with 4 dice, that's not very fun. But yeah, that's a good team. I know you told me you love the Hellforge on that team, and I've played against the Hellforge. It's
I don't know if I
you know,
love it, but it
okay,
works.
yeah,
So I'm currently editing a store championship I went to, and that's what
okay,
I took. I took 4
yeah,
Reavers, um, 3 heroes, or maybe you only can fit 2
mhm.
heroes. I think you only
Yeah,
fit
those
2.
two, okay, yeah, 130 at two.
Yeah, it's because it's
Yeah,
450 points is what I ended up with. So I was Reavers, four, and then the Hellforge, and but I mean, spoiler, I did win the tournament, and I did
okay,
face Cobra, and I faced the Savaris Hellforge, or the
nice,
Savaris Reavers build as well. Um,
okay,
and so, I mean, a couple things, like troopers, I do agree, they're very strong, they're very powerful,
mhm,
but they're also hard to
yeah.
play. Like, I think they're harder
Yeah,
to,
they're
their
definitely
position, there's a
they're a
lot of
lot harder than you
positioning.
think.
Yeah,
I agree. There's a lot of positioning involved. Like once they're positioned, though, boy, they can be really tough. But first, you got to spend a couple turns kind of getting into position, and you also have to watch out for explosion attacks because all it takes is one Cobra pod to get in there, and boom, it can blow a hole like really wide open through the line
hmm
too. So you got to be aware of that, which is a weakness.
exactly.
But
So there's a lot of moving parts to the
yeah,
Cobra troopers to make sure that you maximize the value that they can. So they have a huge
yeah,
potential, right? Where
uh,
Reavers, I think you're given a little bit more leeway for forgiveness
hmm
in the
hmm
heroes themselves, because if it dies, you just bring one back.
yeah, bring it back. And like having one is, I think the ideal number is at least 2 to 3. Even 4, I think can be good. I think more than 4 is probably overkill. That's just me
Yeah, I
personally.
don't think you'll
And
activate
like,
them.
yeah, like to me, and the Hellforge too, it's a good army. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to like bash it. It can be very good. Like I've lost to it, but I've also beaten a Hellforge army too, because if the Hellforge can't roll, then you're in very big trouble. It just depends if the Hellforge can go off, obviously. But like, for example, for me personally, like if you're gonna take a Reavers build, I think you need a bunch of Reavers, obviously, but I think you also need at least one fairly strong hero in there to go up against another strong hero. Like
Yeah,
just Reavers alone isn't necessarily guaranteed to kill Maladrix bugs plus something else. You know what I'm saying? Because Maladrix is still strong. Like as
she
much as I
is.
hate to say it, she's still. I'm sorry. Like that's still a good, unique pod. Like I've lost to a Maladrix with Reavers multiple times already. Like she can still like, if you can't crack 5 or 6 defense on height, then she can still just whammy you like with double attack. So. In my opinion, when you're using at least a Reaver build, that's the build that I'm the most, I would say, familiar with so far. That and Cobras I've tested the most over anything. You definitely want another heavy hitter in there. Like I guess Hellforge can work. I think Serpentor can be good. Servaris is great, but he's also very fragile. You got to watch out because 2 defense and 4 life will go down very quickly. As I learned recently,
Yeah.
actually, I had it happen to me. Unfortunately, a couple Revenants got too close to him, and bam, they hit him. I couldn't roll friggin' defense. It was annoying. But yeah, so Savaris, I mean, obviously another heck, even a Maladrix can take a Maladrix. A Q11 potentially, but even then you got to be careful because if you woof a 6 defense, that's like a lot of eggs in one basket. But
It
even
is.
someone like Q11 with Reavers, that could potentially work too. Like if you save Q11 till the end, like that could be a decent cleanup unit.
Yeah, I worked.
Yeah, in
I ran
general,
that
I think.
same one for a
Oh
General
yeah,
War. A General
yeah.
Wars Escape Summit was I had
You do good.
Reavers and I did Q11.
Yeah.
Um, I did, yeah, I did good.
Okay.
I ended up. I think I was
What's
we
up?
were because we did like a top cut, so then I was
Mm.
in we were in like I think I was in the semifinals or whatever, and I lost to Hellforge
Ooh.
to not Hellforge to Warforge because it was just generals. So it
Ah.
was
Yeah.
Warforge
Those auto
and
shields.
Krav. So those auto shields are hard, but the
Yeah.
crazy thing in that match was so
Yeah. Yeah.
I had one of each hero, Q11, and I think I had 4x. So like I had a good army,
Yeah.
and but his between his I was able to kill down his Krav down to 1, and then his Warforge came in and literally I think I killed he had like 4x Warforge. I killed like 2 Warforge, and
Oh.
almost my entire army was gone of
Oh, that
Reavers.
sucks. That's statistically off. That
Yeah,
definitely,
it
yeah,
was
that's
crazy. So
definitely
then
happened.
what ended up happening though, what was even more crazy was I ended up dropping a one of my ghoul grips onto Shadow, and he was right
Ooh,
on the ledge
right
of
there.
his start zone,
Ooh.
so he couldn't really like
Ooh.
it'd take him 2 turns to go around to get to Q11 or try to go
Yeah.
through and kill him. So he just kept
Yeah.
trying to go through, and so I had set up the ghoul grip on there, so he had what 6 defense, and
Oh
he
yeah.
just kept blocking and
And melee.
blocking and blocking, and so
I know. I love.
and then
blue grips.
Q11 was just like I was taking 3 shots every time, and every turn I was killing one or two, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Oh crap, I'm down to like 1 or 2 health." I killed
This is not
3.
good.
Like between the combo, I was able to kill like 3 of them, three
Nice.
squads, and then it got
Yeah.
down to where he only had like 1 or 2 left, and I still had a
Yep.
ghoul grip and Q11, and then I killed the rest of them, and all he had was 1 Krav left. And I did it, and then it came down to order markers. We started a new round, and I
Yeah.
had him on both, so he had to decide if he goes
Yeah.
Q11.
Oh my gosh.
If he goes
Yeah.
Q11, or does he go the ghoul grip? Because one or the other
Yep.
could catch him, so he had to take a guess. So a coin
Yeah.
toss, right? And so he guessed to go towards the ghoul grip side, and I put my order marker on the ghoul grip, and so I caught his Krav. So my ghoul grip was on height on his one last Krav, 2 life, 7 defense. I whiff
Oh
it.
no.
I whiffed the attack, and then I whiffed the defense, and he kills the
Oh.
ghoul grip.
Oh yeah. I'd probably throw a dice at that point. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie. I'd be like,
I
what
was
the
like,
frick? Like this is ridiculous.
and then I caught him with
Oh my
Q11.
gosh.
Throw 6 attack at him. I get 1. He blocks it.
Oh.
And then I think I block his attack, and then I move around, attack him again. I blank again, and then he attacks me, and I blank, and he kills Q11.
What the frick?
And
A
so,
one-legged crab.
yeah.
And that crab must be like, what the heck is he loading his guns with? Like,
I
what?
know, right?
Right? Like,
So yeah,
oh,
I brought it back, which was cool, but
that
then
hurts.
I did lose to that. So if I had
Oh.
beaten him, I would have gone to the finals of that with the
Yeah,
Reavers.
you
So
should have.
so
You should've.
point being in like one ghoul grip, I think that's an underrated figure a lot of the time.
Yes, thank you for saying that. Yes, I've been like kind of, yeah, people don't agree with me on Discord as much with it, but I love the Ghoul Grip is by far my favorite. Like, okay, I know, Geist Fires are good. They can be good, but like if you roll a 1 through 5, that hurts at the start
It
of the
does.
round. Like, you don't want to lose at the first start of the round. Like, oh, like I don't know, maybe it's just my luck. It could just be my dice rolling skills suck and I lose them. But it's happened multiple times already where I've just like rolled it like really quickly in a row and then boom, he just falls flat. And like, I don't know, he doesn't do as much work. Like to me, the blades are by far the most essential, and also like the grips, they do so much work, dude. I can't tell you. Having 2 grips and 1 blade is like my favorite personally right now. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it takes a little while to get engaged, unfortunately, and that could, it's not guaranteed to be Cobra, unfortunately. But if you do manage to get to Cobra, oh, you're in trouble. Like,
Yep.
1 Ghoul Grip can tie at 4 figures, and with 5 defense, 2 life, that's like Frostclaw level. That's better than Frostclaw
It is
level
better than
defense,
Frostclaw. Yep.
And a solo Frostclaw, we both know that's still a good figure. Like
Yeah.
just having 1 or 2, they're not dead by any means. Like they're still useful. So
Oh, for sure. So,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Speaking of Frost Claws, that's another build that has won some Valkyrie trials and different
Mm-hmm.
championships against Cobra.
Yeah.
So like with Queen
Yeah,
Maladrix,
yeah, I believe it
Irene
beat
Bears.
Mega Silver went against Roshi, I think it was. Yeah, and he lost.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
There was that one. I did a kind of mini prep Gen Con tournament just a couple
yep.
last week, and that build beat two trooper builds. He had the most wins in our tournament, and it was
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
everybody was playing troopers, different versions of troopers, and he was playing that build, and he
yeah,
beat two different versions. So it was like,
yeah,
maybe there's something here with the queen.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so I,
No, for
I think
sure.
I think that potentially is underrated, that people are forgetting about the queen.
Yeah,
And so I think we'll see
yeah.
I think there is some builds with the queen. I mean, I've been testing
Oh yeah.
everything. I've
Um.
tested Ranox, I've tested Ilfafua, I've tested
Okay.
Reavers, I've tested. I haven't done a lot of Sky Scoredire, but I don't think the figure limit works for Scoredire.
Well, it's funny. Like, okay, so if I may, Scoredar, they actually can. Like, I'll be honest. At first, I kind of felt they were a bit like not that good, but I've gone up against them multiple times recently. Like Ray won with the Scoredar. He had Maladrix without the honor guard, which I
Right.
know that's kind of like people are going, oh, you can't do that. I'm like, well, no, actually, yes, you can. If you have four squads of the
Yeah,
bugs,
you're bonding with
Maladrix,
the
and then you
bugs.
have four common heroes or so, he fit
Hmm.
in there. Those stupid little spitters and like bursters can do work if they tie you up, and then Maledicts comes in halfway through the game and starts bashing your figures with four attack, double attack. That can actually do some work. So I'm not ruling Scoredar out just yet. I think like, yeah, ideally higher builds are better, but like it's funny you mentioned like Elan Fafua. Like I think like I was thinking like for like a Maladrix pod, like you could do Maladrix combined with Elan Fafua
Yeah,
and the Dreadnought.
yeah.
That's 455. That's actually not that bad. Like have Eel charge in with the Dreadnoughts, do some damage, kill maybe half a dozen figures or so, and then they die. And then now your army is kind of like maybe in ruins. Then all of a sudden Maladrix comes barreling towards you with a bunch of pissed off bugs. Now you got to deal with that too. Like I think that's actually valid. Or I was also thinking Maladrix plus bugs plus Gimbal and the whatchamacallit, the
Expedition.
Eisen Expedition.
Yeah.
Actually, Gimbal, if I may, Gimbal is underrated. I think Gimbal is going to be a sleeper unit. I really do.
I'll have to
Honestly.
try. I haven't practiced anything with him yet, so I got to try that too.
Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, I haven't started proxying yet, but we all agreed in our play group. Yeah, this month we're definitely going to start proxying a lot
That's a
in
good idea.
preparation.
Yeah,
So yeah,
there, and that's what I think is really exciting about the current contemporary, because last year for Gen Con, like after
Mhm.
you played a couple, like you didn't even have to play that many games. You're like, yeah, the
yeah,
Queen is probably gonna be it,
hmm
and or the Isonic with Scav, like Lich Scav
hmm
something, Queen something is gonna be the build, and that's what it
hmm
was. What it came
yeah,
down to.
yeah,
The majority were either Isonics, or the majority was Queen with something. Which there
hmm
was a lot of Q11s, there was Tanukis, there
yep.
was a bunch of other things. But yeah, I think the top 8 were like either one or the
Yeah,
other.
bunch of Maladrixes, at least three. I think two or three Scavarths at least. And oh,
Yeah,
Scavarth, I hate that figure.
he's,
God,
he's
ugh,
strong. He's strong.
I hate that
That's what
figure.
I took
I
to
hate
Gen
it.
Con. I
Yeah,
enjoyed it. I loved blowing up the queens, where you're like, you have a queen,
yeah,
double attack, initiative switch, double attack, you're dead. So, but it
yeah.
doesn't always turn out that way. But it is good. But the point being is, like last year Gen Con, the choices were very limited.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
Right
yeah. I
now,
wanted to go last year, but yeah, it was just oh, it was like yeah,
it was
couldn't
fun.
think.
Definitely enjoyed it, but it was limited. But this year, it's wide open. There are so
Oh yeah,
many builds. Yes,
yeah.
there's plenty of people that will argue that one army or another army is the best.
Mhm.
But you could be surprised by some of these, because it's just like they're new. There's a lot of new
Yeah, yeah.
figures, and do you know how to play them? Do you know how to play against them?
Yeah, it's funny because like yeah, all this stuff is coming out right at Gen Con, so it's like we think we're gonna be seeing all Cobra, but no, it could be like day one, like a crap ton of the new stuff all mixed together with uniques. Like there's got to be some good combinations out there too. Yeah, it's not necessarily gonna be Cobra for sure, or whatever. So
Yep.
I
But
I love the variety for
yeah,
sure. Like
and
that's what's exciting.
I do predict that there will be a lot of Cobra. So if
Oh
you're
yeah,
prepping for
there
Gen
will be a
Con,
fair amount.
you need to know how to play with or against Cobra.
Hmm.
But then also keep in mind that yeah, you may see a lot of queens too. And if you don't have
Oh
an
yeah, I
answer,
said, dude,
if you
you'll
don't
see
have
a
an
lot of
answer to the
queens.
queen, you're in trouble.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. I think Cobra and the Queen builds are going to be the most popular on it. But I mean, with the mix of some of the new stuff day one. I think day one's going to be the hardest to predict, but they did say you could change your army from day one to
Correct.
day two. So that is also going to be kind of like throwing a wrench in there. It's like, okay, am I going to face the same thing tomorrow? Like that can actually screw up some players, strategies, but that's a good thing. I think that's cool. But yeah, I agree because the queen is still good, just easy to get. Like Adelbert could still be dangerous with the frost claws against squads. Like an auto wound is no joke. Like I think you have to have something that can take on a beefy hero. You got to have some kind of sort of answer because otherwise, I think you can get outmatched like fairly quickly. It's just
Oh,
me.
for sure. In a medium amount of figures, because like if it
Yeah,
was a 20 point or 20 figure limit or ish or
yeah,
more,
that's different.
you could
Yeah, it's
just
different.
overwhelm the heroes, and you don't actually need
Hmm.
something. You can just have enough figures
Yeah,
to fight it. Like that.
yeah,
That's what
an extra
happens in
squad.
a like gallery. If it's a 24
Yeah.
figure limit, you can just spam all gallery, and gallery can kill the queen. Like,
Yeah, and that's the thing you mentioned gallery. Like I think you might see a couple galleries with eel teams. Like that's not
yeah,
bad. Like you can fit in almost four squads with eel for like 460. I'm like, you know what? That actually might not be the worst team you could come up with. I won't say it's as good as maybe Reavers per se or like Cobra or whatever, or maybe even like not as good as like Oryx, but still, I mean, it's not trash. I wouldn't say it's garbage.
that's for sure. So
But
no, that's a good point. Yeah. So I think those that are trying to prep for Gen Con, you do need to be able to answer. You need a can opener. So you need something that
yeah,
can
you
do.
gotta have some kind of a can opener.
Yep, you got
Yeah,
to have a can opener. So whatever you decide that can opener is,
yeah,
there's a lot of good ones. There's
yeah.
Q11,
There's some good
there's the
ones.
Queen, Scav,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
and then you have like there's a bunch of different Cobra ones. Like even some little stuff. We did a practice. I did.
Serpentor is a beast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Serpentor is always a big one. We did a little practice one, and we did Isamu, the new one,
Yeah.
with
Okay.
the Gnarls. It's 100 points.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, that too. I thought about that too. That's a
Yeah.
good little kill squad.
If you time it right, usually like
Yeah.
a round two, like so you do a setup
Yeah.
during round one, and then round two, you just go
And
all
then he
out.
goes off.
You
Yeah.
just go all out, and he has Phantom Walk, and the Gnarls are pretty beefy.
Yeah.
You could maybe do something the similar with the
Yeah.
with Jinx and Kamakura, because then everything has Phantom Walk, and you go and assassinate a hero. So
Yeah.
we did that,
Yeah, there you go.
and they went and assassinated Destro and a bunch of troopers. So,
Oof.
so I,
Yeah, there you go.
then the troopers had lost the key hero, like Destro,
Yeah, yeah.
at the
Yeah, that's
beginning
the
of the
thing.
game. So
Yeah,
from a 10
if you
point
lose
figure.
Destro, yeah, if you lose Destro and the twins, you're pretty much screwed at the beginning. Like there's no way. Like one attack is probably not gonna do too much. So yeah,
Yeah.
um yeah, it's interesting. I mean, going down the list, like I think Elan Fufo is very good. I think that's a sleeper unit. For again, it's 155. It's not like it's like a 180, 190, 200 point unit like Jotun. This is a 155 unit with very, very good Jotun level stats, close to Jotun level stats. The attack isn't quite as good, but that free range attack is not to be trifled with.
Oh, for sure.
Um,
And then
Gimbal
he
is
gets
good.
Whirlwind
Oh yeah, and
when he
then if
gets
he
to
does
have
get
one.
next to 5 figures, may God have mercy on your soul if that player gets initiative the next round because like one attack of 5 is gonna kill 5 Cobra Trooper. Like it's gonna do work. So yeah, I like. I don't know. Maybe you can give me your opinion. Like Kariga, I looked at too, but like you have to start within 4 spaces to pull it off. That's gonna be kind of tough. To
Yeah.
start close and then roll d20s. Like if you can pull it off, it could work. But again, you gotta absorb 6 attacks probably from Cobra. Like that's I don't think she's as reliable as like Elan Fufu just charging at someone or the Queen just charging at someone throwing dice or maybe a long range sniper or gimbal, even the Hellforge, Q whatever. I just don't think she's as reliable.
Yeah.
But
Anything that has a D20 ability, generally speaking, in a competitive format, you try
yeah,
to avoid, because
yeah,
it's a variant you have a lot less control over.
oh yeah,
So it's like trying to
yeah.
rely
Unless you're
on
rolling
it.
a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. So, yeah, there are certain figures that are still really good, but their rolls are usually pretty low. It's like it's
Mhm.
general like Braxis. It's a low roll
Yeah,
to get that. So, and they
yeah.
pair
That's
with
easy.
a
Yeah,
bonding thing. So like, oh, okay, yeah, that's why that's very competitive. But
yeah. Hmm.
even the Hellforge at 15, you're not really you get lucky here and there, but it's not a lot. It really isn't.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
but the reason why he pairs good with Reavers is just because of the free movement.
Hmm.
And when I've used him, I don't use him during the game, really. Like, he's
Yeah.
just a threat that is moving up, and he's
Yeah.
scary. But eventually I do use him, but usually that's like, I only have 2 Reavers left. I guess I'll use him because I get more activations pretty much by using him. So I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that it's one of those things that you have to use him at the right time and in the right way. If you're just
Hmm.
bonding with him because you're like, oh, he's close enough, I can have him attack now. It's like, no, 1 attack of 4 isn't better than
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
attacks of 3. So you need to,
Plus
it,
the hero. Yeah. Plus the hero attack. Yeah. Yeah. It's
yeah,
typically not as good. No.
yeah. So you just gotta kind of
Um,
play around with that. And one of those other ones with the Reavers that I haven't tested that I do want to see is Scav. I think he could
yeah.
potentially be a good, use him once per round because you don't lose activations. You actually gain more from him per round. You just don't get the free
Yeah.
movement, so you got to get him set up a little bit. But then
Yeah.
anytime you
That's.
bond with him because of the X order marker, right? So like I lose what, 3
Mhm.
activations, but then he has 2 attacks, so I get 3 back. I get 2 of those attacks back, and then you use the X order marker for an attack of 5. So you end up with 4
Yeah.
activations total.
Um. Yeah, I gotta be honest. Like Scab without the Lich to me is nowhere near as big of a threat
True.
because again, if it's 460, um, you can only fit in 3 squads of Reavers. I just did the math. You
Yep.
can only fit in 3 squads of Reavers, which is not bad, but 4 and 5 is much better. And also, you can only fit in 2 common heroes too. It's
Yep.
440 right there. I'm not saying it like could never work, but like the X order marker, like if he gets 2 attacks of 5, that can definitely blow a chunk in a line. But like, I'm just a little worried. Like only take 1 Reaver turn when you activate him. So it's only
Correct.
him and then 1 Reaver. Ugh. I think there's better. Like with Lich and like a massive army. Oh yeah, for sure. That guy's gonna just demolish somebody. I like for me, I think Hellforge is better than Scav and he's much cheaper, more reliable. I'm not gonna say he's garbage, but like I'm just a little I definitely be very hesitant to run Scav with Reavers at 460, 17 figures. That's just me. But you know, it depends, especially if you can grab height and get off those double attacks. Like, hey, that's if he gets height, that's going to be a real pain. Like 7 life and what 5 defense. That's not going to be fun to cut through.
No. Yeah.
But yeah, it
It's
depends.
it's something I'm gonna try testing, but it might just be
Yeah,
one of those
yeah.
things where
I
you're like,
definitely want to hear how it goes.
this is interesting, and
Yeah,
then you do it, and you're like, nope.
yeah.
I've had many of
I do
those.
want to hear how it goes. I do want to hear how it goes. I'm interested to hear. Um, I like again going back to. I want to go back to Gimbal. I like Gimbal a lot because that fire line is wicked. Like it's a mini membrane basically.
What's the range?
Like
7?
range 6, not
Range
7, but
6?
6, but attack 4. 4 attack is good. Like
It is a
that's
high
gonna probably
attack,
kill something.
and
Yeah,
even
move
just
6
using
and
that
with,
at
with
the range, you can get 2
yeah, as a
guys
start
caught
zone,
in
you get a
that.
+1 move if you bond with the Eisen expedition. So move 7, like that's a 13 space range right there.
Yeah.
So 2 turns, you're gonna be like, hey guys, I can see your whole start zone. I'm gonna blow a line of 4 figures out of the water now.
Yep.
So I kind of like Gimbal, a little fragile, and you got that like Gimbal. It definitely is a little bit more finesse, I think. Again, I haven't even used Gimbal once. I'm just.
This is theory escaping.
So don't take me maybe my word is complete and total gospel here, whoever's listening. But I do think there's some potential there because again, it is kind of finesse. You want to, if you're using Gimbal, you want to know when to take a wound and when not to take a wound because you don't want to lose your fire line the first hit. Because remember, if you get wounds, you can ignore 3 wounds and just drop a glyph. If you just take like 1 or 2 wounds, I would take the wounds first thing and keep the glyphs. You know what I'm saying? To keep the offense going. Like the first one you probably want to lose is the claws. That's what I would ditch. And then maybe after that, the wings and keep the beam like as long as you can, or in the beam and lose the wings to keep mobility. I don't know, something like that. I think Gimbal is more of like you throw him out there and try to suicide as many squaddies as you can for an entire round or so, and then probably going to die, maybe 4 turns or whatever. And then the eyes can potentially snipe, you know, especially if they get on height like lava, they ignore lava, you know, so
Yeah.
that could be interesting. But or just Gimbal without them. Gimbal with a bunch of Reavers and some heroes, I think could do some real work. You know, suicide the Gimbal into your big gun or at the start or vice versa. Send out the squads first and then keep Gimbal for the mid to late game. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I think with his fire line, I think I like sending him first because you
Yeah.
have the potential to catch the most
Especially
figures.
for squads. Like, yeah,
Yeah, especially if they're squads. Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
kill something.
yeah.
It's just a question of when. Like, I'm gonna kill something.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. And how many? As long as you kill enough, you get the
yeah,
value, then it might make it
yeah.
worth it.
If you kill 5 figures, 6 figures, that's to me. That's
Yeah.
hey,
No,
that's
I
an
think
even
that's
trade
worth
off.
it.
I'll take it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
I
it's
will
interesting.
say, if you have more thoughts about the figures, cool. I do want to. I'd love to talk about the maps too a bit
Yeah.
because I saw the maps. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Because I'll be honest, I am not very thrilled with the Gen Con maps. I'm just not. I'm sorry. Two of them I like. The rest I'm just like, oh god, I don't know. This is. They all seem. Most of them seem to favor Cobra. They just do, unfortunately. And the fact that they confirmed that the mushrooms are going to be, oh hey, yeah, they're not just. They are destructible objects. That's what they're meant to be. So they're not just going to be sitting there the whole game. Like the fact that I think getting initiative is actually going to be good, like turn one, especially if you're a Cobra team, because you want to hit the mushrooms and give your team cover as you move up a bit, you know? That way you can't be shot at if you're next to a mushroom. Like you have to hit the mushroom first, and then you can focus on whoever else. So I'm like, ah, man, some of these maps, I'm just going, oh my gosh, ugh. I think this might be a bloodbath on some of these teams. But anyway, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm pulling up some of the maps right now. Let's see. So
Yeah.
let's see some of the ones that we have. Make the screen a little bit bigger so we can see.
Got to shout out my boy Eric, though. He got his map in there,
Yeah,
Bleakhold,
the Bleakhold.
Tarhar. So that's cool. Yeah. Bleakhold I played on before. That's pretty cool. That's a fun one.
Yeah, I do like Bleakhold.
Mhm.
I think it's a fun one too. So, all right. So the ones that we have, I think is. Oops, here we go. Sorry, 1 second here. Okay. So this is just all the maps that I'm showing right here, but we're going down to the ones that we know are in.
Yeah.
Which okay, yeah. So we have I think we have Archaic. Is that what that is? The mushroom one?
Yeah, Archaic. Yeah, it's a
So Archaic by Shurig.
yeah.
This one I have played on. I have it built because I'm testing on this one.
Okay.
Now I like I need to do more testing to have a complete opinion to say like, oh yeah, the mushrooms super favor range or not. I've
Mhm.
played probably 3 or 4 games, range versus melee,
Okay.
and I was going into it like, oh yeah, I decided to run some Cobras and see what
Yeah.
they could do with the twins, since the twins get free shots, will get free movement no matter what. Because if I can't shoot
yeah.
them, I can shoot the mushrooms, right? And
Mhm.
and so yes, I guaranteed the extra movement from the twins. And I shot, but the thing that I noticed on all of the mushroom maps for Gen Con is they're all young mushrooms which have 2 life and then they die and they're gone, except for the ancient mushroom.
Mm.
And the ancient mushroom has 4 life.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm shooting up at it, it would have 1 defense, right?
Yeah, it does get 1 defense, yeah.
So and generally on all these maps, they're kind of at a higher spot. So like turn 1, generally speaking, I can't get, if you're worried about troopers and twins and all that, I can't get twins on the same level turn 1. So
Mhm.
I'm shooting up at the mushroom, attack of 3 into 4 life, and it's got 1 defense.
Mhm.
In all the in the 3-4 games that I played that I attempted to kill it, I never killed it with just the twins. I did 2 wounds, sometimes 3 wounds, but I only usually did half life to it. So it was still around, and then it was like, okay, then the melee moved up, and it was nice because the melee moved up. I was using a queen build, and so all the bugs got all around the young mushrooms.
Yeah.
And then the next turn, yeah, the troopers come up, and it's like, well, I can't shoot any of his guys unless I kill the mushroom. So then I use attack on there. It has 2 life, and I only roll 1. And then so like it feels like it soaks up attacks, like full attacks, for
Really?
me
Okay.
as the melee
So it
player.
was
So it was helping. It was kind of on both sides because yeah, I got the free movement with twins because I shot at these mushrooms. But then for the melee side, it was like, you don't shoot me, because the thing with the jungle tree is with a jungle tree, I get 4 defense now, right? But I could still
Yeah.
whiff it. I could still completely just throw 0 dice, not
Yeah.
block it, and die from 1 attack. But with the mushroom, you completely have to spend an attack on it. And if you don't get 2 skulls, you know, and that's generally with the troopers,
Yeah,
they're
that's
getting
gonna be oof. That's
so
gonna be
they
rough.
so they might
Yeah.
wait. So then he ends up wasting 2 attacks into this one mushroom to kill it. And that almost provides more value than me having the extra shields that I could have just blinked anyways. And then generally speaking, if you're talking like I think a difference too sometimes in contemporary is like we don't have 24 figures that I'm slowly developing and I need all of this defense
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get there. Like
Mhm.
with the queen bugs, I move, I'm next to the mushroom, and if you're using troopers, you shoot the thing, and then next turn I'm on you.
Yeah.
I don't need the bush anymore. I'm on you. You killed the mushroom, but now I'm on you. So
Hmm.
and then
Interesting.
and there's no more development to do because all my bugs are out of the start zone because they're already attacking you. So I don't even need
Mhm.
jungle. If anything, like with this type
So
of map too, the shadow actually is more helpful because I
yeah,
always get the defense.
of the mushroom maps, like I mean, again, I haven't play tested them yet. We're gonna hopefully the plan is this month we will. But I like this one the most of the mushroom maps. The other two I really don't like at all. This one, like, okay, at least there's a lot of shadow. At
There's
least,
a
to
lot
be
of
fair,
shadow.
but I guess so. In your I guess playtesting so far, you thought it helped melee more, or is it kind of 50-50?
Yeah, it didn't feel one sided. Like I was thinking
Okay,
that I would just shoot everything with the
that's good.
troopers and just like clean it out. But
Mhm.
since it's such a small map,
Yeah, it is kind of small.
like a lot of these maps are actually pretty small. And if you have 6 move, like with queens or dreadnoughts or
Yeah,
whatever,
they'll be on you quick.
turn
Yeah.
2 you can be like turn 3 you can be in the start zone of the other player.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't take over a round to get there. So like turn
Mhm.
2, like turn 1 you can get next, like I don't know if you could, I mean I'm pointing at it, but if you get
Mhm.
next to like on this one, you can get completely around a young mushroom or into some of the shadow on level 2, and then turn
Mhm.
2 you can be on the edge of their side. And so like it's pretty quick.
Mhm.
So anyways, that was again more you play. And also the other thing about me though, unfortunately, is I've only been playing this game for 2 years. So when it comes to maps, it's like
Yeah.
I think just recently I've started to go, oh, that's a good map. Oh, that's not
Mhm.
as good of a map, you know. So I'm starting to see
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
but I don't think I know it as
Mhm.
good as a lot of other players. I have played a lot of games though. I think I looked and I'm over 200 games played now. So
That's
actually
awesome.
I have played a lot of games, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
That's good. That's good.
on .org anyways, you know, my record there. So, but anyways,
Yeah.
but yeah, so like I do get the concern, but I it's kind of the same thing that the troopers were, where I think everybody said the troopers are gonna completely annihilate everybody. But we've seen that they are good, but they're not
Yeah.
like busted, you know, like, but they are really good. But people have been
Yeah.
beating them, you know, but generally speaking, they have a really good win rate so far. And
Yeah.
it
It's
kind of
funny.
feels like it might be the same with the mushrooms. We're like, oh crap, it's so bad,
Yeah.
but it's like, I don't think it's as bad as it's being said.
Okay, yeah, like now that you're saying it, like the maps do look a bit on the small, well, some of them do look a little bit on the smaller side. So
Yeah.
yeah, maybe having like a 2 hero pod unique, just send one after the other to smash into the enemy line could be pretty good. Then again, like Reaver Army could be pretty good, especially if you factor in Agent SI4X, like as a little defense buff. If they pot around a mushroom in SI, you could get some Reavers up there potentially. That could be really good. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I guess yeah, just looking at them now, like I don't know, like yeah, like I'll definitely have to give it a try. I'm excited to see, like if you said, I hope it's like reasonably balanced, because that's just what I'm afraid of. Like the mushroom split, and it's like, oh crap, this is not going to be fun. I like Swashbuckler. It's just like I think I pointed this out to you the other day, though. Yeah, when I said like there's a couple spots on that one where it's like, oh man, because last I checked, that area next to the little that 3x perch there, as you can see on Swashbuckler. I don't know if you want to pull it up,
Yeah, I got it
but
pulled up here.
you can see like that's gonna be very hard to contest. It just will, because as far as I'm aware, you can't legally move figures around that edge next to the boat. It's still technically not allowed. I'm pretty sure. Now, someone can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong or whatever. Feel free. because like even then you can't put figures there. Like you can move through them potentially if they rule that way, but you can't put a figure there, so it's still hard to contest. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like the decking looks great, but that perch has got to go. I'm sorry, those both those perches have to go the way of the dodo. I'm sorry. Everything else looks great. Like I think it's pretty looks pretty balanced at first glance. I like the jungle. Jungle's always great, but so I
yeah.
kind of like that map. But I'm like, oh, that perch is gonna be a real to
It
deal with.
it definitely could be a problem. This is the next map that I am gonna build because I have a ship map right now, and I'm like, I'm gonna break
Yeah,
it
okay.
down, make the
Yeah,
swashbuckler to do some testing. Because yes, the potential that I can put a figure like on that one single hex space, and you
yeah.
only
Guess who's
can
gonna love that
like
or
you can
whatever.
only
Like,
get to me on a couple of the sides, not all the sides,
yeah,
right?
yep,
Which I mean, like in some, I guess you could even argue, like, well, if you put a guy down on the bottom next to where there's the two water down there, I mean, you can still get to him, yes, but that's not advantageous
yeah.
either.
Yeah, I'm just worried. Like, I mean, hey, me, I'll have a glue grip there. I can assure you. So
Yeah, I know, right? You put a
have fun
ghoul
with
grip
that.
there.
Good luck. Yeah,
What's nice with your ghoul grip too, you can actually not put them on the single space, right? Couldn't you put it?
yeah,
You
yeah,
could put them lower down,
yeah.
and you can never get around because you
Yeah,
can't
like
stop
yeah.
over
Put him
there
on low
anyways.
ground. Put your shooters. Yeah, put everyone up on high ground. And put him on the low ground. It's like
Ooh,
okay,
yeah.
now you got to get through 5 defense, 2 life.
I mean, if
It
you
could
had
be one turn. It could take a
Oh my
round, but
goodness. If you had just two ghoul grips, you could shut this map down. Like you put one down
Yep.
there on that, like right in front of the ship, down below
Yeah,
that perch, or
that's gonna be
or
very
even just
painful.
on the single hex on the other side in the grass area. There's a spot where
Yeah.
like you put them on that single height spot, it almost stops any movement there. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
that
there's
map it looks kind of tough for range too. That boat is a
no.
little. It seems like it's kind of squished, so it's like,
It
oh,
is.
we're just gonna have a
I
hard
think
time.
this one is probably the hardest one for range because looking at it, you're like,
Yeah,
oh, kind of the best spot is that spot that you can't get around on the ship. But if I put guys there, like you're not shooting at anything unless they come around the corner. But if
mm,
they come around the
yeah.
corner, that means they're gonna make their attacks, right? So it
They're gonna get
actually
a yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
a great line of sight blocker for melee to attack that. So you almost need a not if you're trying to pot up range there, you don't pot up range there because you
Yeah,
can't shoot anything. So you need to like try to
yeah,
pot
yeah,
up in the middle of
yeah,
the ship, but trying to get into the middle of the
yeah.
ship,
It's
then
gonna be yeah.
you're in the
I
road, and
think
that's good for melee. So like
yeah,
I
it's
think
very
it's a
good for
I
melee.
think
Yeah,
it's a good. It's not good for range, which is good
yeah.
because
I feel like I don't know. Maybe it benefits melee a little more. I don't know.
yeah,
It just depends on who parks their butt on that perch. Like I think it does
yeah,
benefit melee a little too much over range. Not that there's always a lot of maps that do that, but that is
no.
still a kind of like a concern. I think when building maps, you
I
still have
think
to
this is
take into effect.
it's a good map for the Reavers. I think it's a good map for
Oh
the
yeah, for
Reavers.
sure. Oh, I'm gonna love this
It
map,
might be
bro.
bad for
Fantastic.
Maladrix because you can't fit inside that ship
Yeah, how
probably.
are you gonna? Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Maledict, where are you gonna put her fat rear end? Like, where's she
Like
gonna park it? Like, just
I don't even know if she fits in there or not. I'll have to see.
yeah.
But yeah,
But
so
I don't
that
know.
one looks interesting. And then yeah, there's two more mushroom maps, right? Infestation and
Yeah,
substrate.
I was gonna say if I could point out substrate. Oh, I just like because that is that a medium mushroom, so that one can split. Now there is some shadow, which is nice, but I was a little worried about that because again, once those mushrooms are gone, there's like nothing to stop. Well, there's a little shadow, I guess, but like that just feels
Yeah.
like it benefits range a lot. Like these two single mushrooms are easy to kill. Like I'm sorry, that
Yeah, they're
takes you two
young.
seconds.
They're
And
two
also the
live.
glyphs too. I like how there's 3 glyphs. I think that's pretty creative. But again, they're also on toxic water. It looks like 2 of
Uh,
them are.
yes.
Yeah, I
Yes,
don't know.
yes. I think
I,
they're either on toxic land or toxic water. I guess
yeah,
I could
this
look
one,
at
the
it.
middle is toxic land for sure. The other ones, I'm pretty sure we saw are toxic water. Now, again, some of my friends they don't mind that. I personally don't like putting glyphs in toxic water. That is like, and on to boot, there's height next to it. Like okay,
Do
maybe
not
a
touch
little
that
bit.
glyph.
I'm not. There's no way I'm touching that glyph. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like, why would I do that? I'm
you
gonna
got.
get pummeled. Like -2 defense, and you get a height attack bonus on me. Do I have a death wish? Like,
I know,
okay,
right?
maybe for initiative, maybe it's worth it at the end of a round if you say, okay, yeah, maybe, but you got to hop off really quick. You can't stay on there. So I'm
Yep.
just I'm not a fan of toxic water and glyphs. I mean, I'm sure some other people would disagree, but that's the thing. When it comes to map building, like there's some basic stuff to watch out for. But then again, there's also everyone is a little bit pickier about something than
Yeah.
something else. Let's be honest. So, it's not like there's just 25 hard fast rules. There's a few, but like everyone's got their nitpicks. But Yeah, that was a little concerning, and I wish that the wall was kind of facing the other way. Like maybe if we had two walls for more protection, but I don't know. This one seems pretty challenging. I don't know. What do you think about this map? This one's like, I'm kind of like my teeth as I look at this map.
Yeah, this map. I mean, yeah.
Makes me worried. I'm a little
The
nervous
glyphs,
playing this
yeah,
one.
I actually didn't notice that they were on toxic water until you pointed that
Yeah,
out.
it looks
And
like.
so they might just be on toxic land. Looking at it, it looks like they might just be toxic
Okay.
land. But still, that does,
Yeah.
the one on the glyph on the bottom, yeah, toxic.
Yeah.
That's real bad. The one in the middle, I think it's on height, but because
That's
it's
yeah,
on
it is
toxic, it's
land.
minus
That's a
one.
little better.
So then
Yeah.
you're kind of, that's fine. You're like even.
Yeah, that's not
And,
that bad.
and the
That's
one
not
up
bad.
there looks like it's toxic land
And
as well, but there's a
I
height
don't know.
spot. So yeah, so you're the two on the side. There's a potential to be hit by height with the minus one, and in the middle it's a minus one, but you're
Mhm.
maybe on height. So yeah,
Yeah.
getting those glyphs feels bad, and you don't want to
Yeah.
leave somebody on there. Yeah,
Whoa.
it seems like a maybe grab
Hop
it.
on, hop off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which
Don't
Dagmar's on
sit
the
there.
bottom, Wannick's in the middle, and then move +1 is on the top. So
Yeah.
which
I do
I
like
guess
how the
it's
three glyphs.
that
I do
is
like that.
it is an interesting dynamic. It's kind of like putting having glyphs in a bad, like an extra bad place, makes you not want to just sit on glyphs.
Yeah.
And then you have to be very decisive when you use them. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna put a guy there just for now, for this one turn, for
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
grab Wannick at the end. So you can't just leave a guy on Wannick. You can't just leave a guy on Dagmar. You need to
Yeah, it's very risky.
be strategic when
Yeah.
you do it, which I do like that idea. On the to play devil's advocate, it's like it changes the way you're going to use these glyphs. You can't just go leave somebody on there, because that's how it is. Like on a lot of maps, you're like, oh, I'll move this guy here and never touch him again. It's like with this,
Yeah.
it's like, well, are you sure you want to put one on there? Because he's very
Yeah,
susceptible to dying.
Yep.
But yeah, this one looks a little tough. Yes, there's a few shadow, there's some height spots. The colors I think are really cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. Oh yeah, it looks great.
But yes, like the mushrooms will get kind of shot out, and then you're just going to be trying to get to height or to the shadows as fast as possible, and you're going to kind of avoid getting glyphs, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be challenging for sure. I'm a little nervous to play on that map. I ain't gonna lie. I'm interested. What do you think about infestation? I think I like this one the most of the mushroom maps actually, because I like the classic walls. Like, hey, at least I got some defense right off the bat. Like, I can't necessarily have I can hide a few figures there, which I like. You can kind of pot up there and then kind of like go around it, which I like. There's only two little mushrooms, so and the shadow in the middle and the toxic makes it kind of fairly balanced out there.
Yep, yeah, there's
It
quite
feels
a good bit of shadow in the
it
middle.
feels a little bit choky in the middle, not gonna lie. Like, and around the side, it feels a little choky, which is like, but like I do like the shadow at least. That helps. So yeah, I kind of like this one more than the other ones. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, no, this one I was kind of
At
looking
first
at as
glance, I don't
well,
know.
trying to figure out. Like the one thing that I have a hard time with these new walls is like kind of for this placement on here. If I put 3 guys on there, and I want to walk him around the other side, I have to go
Mhm.
down then back up,
Yeah.
right? Or am I wrong? Can I just go across? I don't think I can.
I mean, I think you can fit him there on the back. You mean the back edge right there? I think you can fit him there. Yeah.
Well,
it
like
is
on
kind
the
of a
3
thing to walk
there.
around.
But do I have to go down into the start zone, then back out if I try to go around on the north side of that one? Does that make sense? So on
I think so. I could be wrong.
yeah, so I have to go down and then back up.
Yeah. I mean, I think that could be a pain. I guess.
So,
To me,
so it makes sense. So I have to go around the left
yeah.
side. So then it can
Yeah,
kind of create a longer
so.
walk. But
Yeah.
at least I still have some.
I have some protection.
I do have protection.
Yeah.
Yes, so I do like that. And this map is small too. Like if you count it out,
It
you
is.
know, one.
Yeah.
What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's 15 spaces to the other side.
Yeah. 15. That's
Walking. Like
Yeah,
I could walk it. So it's,
Yeah, I'm kind of wish that some of the maps were a little bit bigger, and like they didn't use hardly any Age of Annihilation. It seems like too, just very little. It was like a lot of mushroom and dungeon, a little bit of snow, a little bit of lava. I think there's only one, yeah, one road map, I think, which is a little surprising, and one tree map. Like, I don't know. I kind of wish like there's at least 3 or 4 maps that were a little bit longer, but that's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's
Yep.
just me. But
Yeah. So we have, yeah, we have a ship. We have 3 mushrooms. Then we have cold-hearted. That's trees and road. Then we have bleak
yep,
hold, which is it's mostly some line of sight block,
dungeon.
a couple line of sight blockers, dungeon, and
Yeah,
some shadows, and then we have what's the other ones? Infested and ice cider, I think.
yeah,
Or
it's
no,
there. Yeah,
was it infested though? No, I don't think infested's in there. Spring fling's in there.
infestation, right? Infestation.
Infestation is the okay. Infestation is the
Yeah, it's confusing.
yeah. There's three other ones.
Yeah.
Which was it Adelburn's abode? Is that in there?
Oh dear God, no! Please
No,
no.
that's not in there. Okay,
No,
I'm
no.
trying to remember which. Oh, it's
Thankfully,
cultivation.
no.
I think it's cultivation.
Okay, yeah.
It's cultivation, ice cider, and spring fling.
Spring Fling. Yeah, I like Spring Fling a lot. I love Bleak Hold. Ice Cider's okay. I think I just wish the lava was spread out a little bit to have a pathway around it, maybe.
Oh yeah, you have
It's
to
just so much lava. Like you're
traverse the
gonna be
lava in the middle.
punished.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have been spread out a little bit. I think it would have been so much better, but it's just me. I just all that lava is gonna be very, very punishing, like for almost everybody, which kind of is annoying. But yeah, it's not a bad map though. But yeah, I mean that's all my thoughts I have on those maps. I don't know if you got any more.
No, I mean, I I'm a person that needs to get more hands on sometimes in order to
Mhm.
give much of opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, the more you play, the better you can just look at it
Oh
and
yeah.
know. Um, but I mean, yeah, I've played on Ice Cider, I've played Spring Fling, and I've enjoyed Spring Fling. Ice Cider, yes, that one, the lava is a little tough. I
Mhm.
like and don't like lava.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't like, it takes the best places and makes them bad at the end of the round. Which
Yeah.
for squads it's really bad. For heroes, I pretend there's not lava sometimes and just stay there
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
just see if I get lucky.
I have a love-hate relationship with it too, yeah.
Yeah. So
It's like it looks cool. Like lava maps
oh
look
yeah.
really cool, but the lava field, it's like, ah man, it's just a little bit here and there is okay, but to me, I like the fact that I like taking height and being able to hold the height. I'm not gonna lie. I like that. Like if you go for it and you get to it first because you risked getting shot at taking the height, and I like being able to keep the height. But I get it. Like sometimes range can be a bit dominating. So like I get why the lava is what it is, but it's like it just sucks if you roll, because you can't stay on it too long. It just sucks if you lose 3 squad figures to rolling a skull. It's like, oh, that really is annoying.
Yeah.
It's just so I don't personally play on lava maps a lot. Like that to me is the map, like the maps I try to play on the least if I can help it. But if they come out here and there, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
I prefer snow maps or ship or even a jungle. I love jungle maps. Like jungles are so great. Like I like that.
Yep. Yeah, I mean we definitely have, the mushroom maps actually we have the most of. We have 3 mushroom
Yeah, which
maps.
is like of all the maps, I wish
So
they had just done one mushroom map, maybe two, but like three was like felt a little bit overkill. You
yeah,
know,
it's new.
it's just me.
It's the new terrain, so gotta
Yeah, it's
play
the
it.
terrain. Yeah.
So we got mushrooms, we got some lava, we got a
Yeah.
ship, and then we have some jungle, some snow, and some road.
Yep.
So we do have a little bit of everything. It's heavy on the mushroom side, that's for sure. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I
It'll
mean,
be definitely
interesting. It will be, and again for prepping for Gen Con, it's good to look at the maps. It's good to see what
Oh yes.
what fits, where things can make it, where things can't. Is it advantageous for melee, for range, for big figures? So there's a
Mhm.
lot of things to consider.
Yeah.
But also, again, for those that are prepping, that's something to think about.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And knowing your army well, I think, is also a big thing too. Like even regardless of the maps, like if you practice like with just a couple armies or whatever and know them really well, like inside, outside, like you know them in your sleep, I think that's even better than picking like the absolute best army, quote unquote. Like you want to know how to run the army that you pick. Like you don't want to be making mistakes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
Especially against a good player. Like
yeah,
I can assure you, if you make a mistake against my friends, they will punish you for it. 95% chance they're good enough. I played against them, they will find a way to punish you. You
oh
don't
yeah,
want to do that.
definitely, yeah.
So,
That happens all the time where it's like
oh yeah,
if you don't understand
usually.
your army, if you don't understand your army very well, you can make a lot of mistakes. So like there's a
Yep.
lot of it's easy to make mistakes in Heroscape because
Yep.
there's dozens of different hexes to
Oh
choose
yeah.
from to move to, and then you're making
Hmm.
multiple activations and moves every turn and going to different spots and where they're going and how you're reacting. Like nobody plays
Yeah.
a perfect game. Um, but there's definitely clear mistakes. You put your guy on low ground and he gets to
Yeah.
you like, yeah, that was a mistake. You thought you were
Yeah.
going to make a move. And, so generally, my recommendation is always trying to be conservative.
Yeah.
You be conservative. The only reason you really go for the risky play is if you're behind.
Mm.
Because if you're
I think
behind,
there are.
that's really when you need to. There are a few times where it's like, I could play for initiative here, and if I win the initiative,
Yeah.
then I will be way ahead.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you how many times where I've done that, and then I lost the initiative, even with Dagmar.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got set up in a really bad spot, but I'm gonna win initiative because I have Dagmar, and then I'll be in a really good spot, and then I lose,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
get wiped. So it's
I mean, yeah, I think you're right a lot of time, but I don't know. Like, I won't. Like, I'm not gonna say like every game is a perfect, perfect game, but I do think you can have games where there's less mistakes for
yes,
sure. I don't know. I've heard some folks say it, and I don't think there's maybe as many mistakes as they say. I'm talking about the experienced players. I'm not
hmm
talking about just a few rookie players that are playing their second game of Heroscape, because
yeah,
there's gonna be mistakes. But I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't mean, don't take this the wrong way, guys. Whoever's listening, I'm not trying to make it sound like I'm the best guru and I never make placement mistakes whatsoever. I do, trust me, I definitely do. But I do think there's like, yeah, there's gonna be mistakes, but like if you're experienced enough, there should be less mistakes than you know maybe usual. And like you can't afford to. I think again, it depends on the risky plays. Like obviously, if you happen to know the odds in your head, then great. But like, because sometimes like I like to me, like it is worth the risk trying to grab if you, especially if you're on Dagmar too. If you're trying to do like a big initiative switch, like let's say you want to bring back, if your Reavers did, you lost a Geist Fire and you lost a Gas Blade, which one do you want to bring back the next round? Like if you see a spot next to 4 figures and you have initiative glyph and you bring back a blade, well then it might be worth it, even if you're within a few spaces, because you should be get that the odds are in your favor to go for the risky play to get that switch, for example, or whatever, because like or you want to put one order marker on a hero to go, oh man, I could get like a good explosion here. Like I think, again, especially if you have the initiative glyph to back you up, that is a good play in a lot of cases because it could get you ahead. I don't know. I guess it just depends on like what you think is worth it, what it's not. Sometimes it's not worth it, but then again, I don't know. Heroscape is kind of complicated that way. I think you just gotta weigh it out. Like there's been some games I played where I'm like, oh yeah, that was so dumb. Why did I do that? Like, oh dear God, like I should know better. But then again, there's some plays where like, you know what? I think it was a good risk. It didn't play out. The dice didn't go in my favor, but I should have gotten the odds. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it was worth the risk. I wouldn't necessarily call that a bad play. I guess you just gotta weigh your own like how the games go. Does that make sense?
yep, no,
I
100%.
think some
I think
risks maybe like for example,
it's
if you see
situational.
like Raylan too sitting out there by herself, unprotected, and maybe your opponent made a move, you want to split up a couple of your squad figures to just try to go for it instead of slow rolling to try to take a shot at Raylan and put 3
Yeah,
wounds on her. Like if you have a chance, I think it's worth it. Like in that case, it might be worth it to wound like a major figure, not necessarily kill it, but it might be worth separating a couple squad figures from your 12 units or whatever to actually do that instead of just completely, oh no, you have to slow roll every time. Well, not necessarily. If you see an opening, I think it's worth it. Depending on what it is, it is worth it to risk it. I guess I don't know. I think there's definitely a fine line between like always playing conservatively and then risking everything. Like don't roll for stinger drain 5 times. Like don't do that.
yeah,
Like, if you have a chance, like especially like you said, if you're a little behind or if you for some reason you have a wide open shot to jump up on height and take out a big hero, it might be worth it. Like to me, it might be worth it, especially like someone like I don't know, Krug, for example. If you want to shoot Krug, you sure as heck better finish Krug. Like don't just shoot to wound. You know what I'm saying? Like in
oh
that,
yeah,
I'm just pulling a random scenario. Like in that case, I probably would roll for stinger drain. If I have 3 stingers on height, within range of Krug and he's just kind of coming toward me, if I want to finish him, especially if I've lost a couple of figures, yeah, I'm probably going to make the Stinger Drain roll instead of just relying on 4 personally. But I don't know.
No,
It
yeah,
just depends, I guess.
and in that situation, that's probably the right move. So
Yeah.
it's more risky actually to not do that because that means you leave him alive with maybe a
Yeah,
attack
with
of
3
5
wounds, like,
or
oh dear
something.
God,
So
like,
like yeah,
yeah,
he's
he's
hitting
gonna
hard.
kill something. He's
So
gonna
yes,
hit you. Yeah.
it's a good point that you bring up though. Like you don't always want to stick to one thing. Like you don't always play conservative, but
Yeah.
generally you do.
Yeah.
It's situational, right? And but then,
Yeah.
like you said, see now if we're both slow rolling, then there's no opportunity to take advantage of the other
Yeah,
person
yeah.
because they're playing slow roll. But
Yeah,
like you
exactly.
said, if
There's no
they
reason to send out a squad if like you're slow rolling. Like
yeah,
why? Like okay, yeah, like
but if they make a
yeah,
move like that where it's like, oh, you put that figure right there and I can actually get
yeah,
to him, so now I'm gonna take advantage of maybe your misplay. Or you were thinking
yeah,
that I wasn't gonna try to do this because maybe it's risky, but
yeah.
the
Or
upside
trying to
is
bluff.
so good. Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe you want to try like not all the time. You got to be careful with bluffing. You don't want to over bluff, but once in a blue moon, if you go like do something like, okay, there'll no way they'll expect me to take a turn first with this figure. That can pay off on a rare
It does
occasion too.
sometimes,
You
yeah.
just gotta like knowing when to do it. That's the tricky part. Like here's another like hot take, like Airborne Elite. Everyone says you always got to drop in the very first turn and obliterate your opponent. Well, I don't necessarily agree with that. I've won a few games in the past where I actually saved them to mid game. Now, you have to roll to actually drop them. Obviously, we know that. So, but you don't have to place them. You can say, well, hold on, I'm going to try to wait till the next round to actually drop them. And 13 or higher isn't that hard to roll. At least maybe it's just me. But typically, I always drop my Airborne Elite. Almost always. That's just me. So, for example, it depends on the type of team you're facing because you don't want to lose all your figures, like, especially if you go for a grenade throw and you whiff them. Now you have 2 defense figures just sitting ducks, like, especially if you're going up against, like, say, Crab, they're rocking Savars and some more Stinger squads. Like, if you're playing against a bunch of range, you got to be careful. Like, you want to place them next to cover on height, next to a tree or something. Don't necessarily drop them right away, in my opinion. Like, if it's an all melee army, go nuts. Absolutely drop right away and
Right.
start blowing people to Kingdom Come. But if they have a lot of range, that's yeah. And if you don't get initiative, bro, like if they're sitting in the open, you just lost an entire squad for 110 points. That really sucks. That's happened
Yeah.
to me in the past long time. So, again, I think there's an exception to most rules in Heroscape. I really
Yeah.
do. I don't. There's a few hard and fast rules, but again, like each army is almost always different. So I think you got to use your good reasoning and logic. You can't just go, okay, hard and fast rule. I got to attack first. Well, you better not lose initiative, and you better, 'cause that's going to cost you, potentially.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Totally. Yeah. No, I agree. There are
Yeah.
rules, or I guess maybe it's not rules. It's better to say there's guidelines. Like
Yeah.
the general guideline is yes, do that. But then there's
Yeah.
a lot of exceptions where it makes more sense to
Mhm.
take that risk or to not take the risk when it seems like you're like the airborne, for example, you're talking. Yeah, sometimes it's better to
Yeah.
hold back a little bit because you can get in a better position, or wait for the right timing for things, and that's it. It takes a lot more game sense to start to figure out when to
Mhm.
do that type of stuff,
Oh, yeah, for
versus
sure.
just
Yeah.
steamroll it in every time. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
yeah,
again, like don't just take what I'm saying and go, "Oh, hey, I can just wait and hold back the airborne lead every game." No, no, no,
yeah,
no, no. I'm not saying that. You got to be smart. Don't just like go willy-nilly, but like just because 25 players say on Discord to do this doesn't always mean every single time you're going to want to do that. Again, you got to look at your opponent's cards and know exactly what you're facing, too. So, anyway,
for sure.
all right, I'll
Yep.
shut up now.
No, you're good. We can move on. I guess maybe just, kind of coming to a close. I think we got some good time in here, some good chats about things.
Yeah.
Kind of a few things, is there, do you have any like big predictions for Gen Con or, oh, this was actually sorry, let me back up first. This was the question I wanted to ask you. What
Okay.
alliance are you rooting for? We're in the alliance
yeah.
wars. Who are you rooting for? If you win,
Yeah,
who would you put on the map?
I gotta go. I think I'm still leaning towards Revnan Vidar, the Umbral Covenant. Definitely.
Yeah.
I gotta shout out my boy
brothers.
Agent SI4X. I
Yep.
love that figure so much. Like
Oh yeah,
I've been tempted to throw him
I'm
in
for
my
him too.
Gen Con army, but You too?
Yes, Umbro Covenant all the way. I think
Yeah, yeah,
there
absolutely.
there's cool figures in those alliances, and I think any merch they make with that will look so cool.
Yeah, it would. And like I'll be honest, I'm a big Einar fan. Einar's always been my overall favorite general because of the historical units. I love
Yeah.
historical stuff, but I don't like. I'm sorry, I do not like Valeric as a general. It's my least favorite general. I am not a fan of the Vords in general. I kind of came around to Tuck. Tuck is cool, but I'm not a fan, generally speaking, of those. And the orcs that live with fedoras, I'm just not a fan. So teaming up with with that general, that alliance, I wanted to root for an Einar, honestly. If Einar teamed
Right.
up with anybody else, I'd probably be rooting for that alliance, honestly. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I can't root for Valeric. I'm sorry, I can't do it. And as much as I love Asamo and the Undead and Utgar, I'm a big Utgar fan too. I can't root for Jandar and Utgar because that makes the least amount of sense to me, those two teaming up. So,
I
and
get you.
Asamo is my favorite figure. Asamo is my all-time favorite figure, the OG Asamo. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
I got to go with Vidar and Revna. It definitely makes the most sense to me. And I do like a lot of their figures, a lot of Revna and Vidar figures. I'm a big
Yeah.
Vidar fan too. So
Yep. I agree. Revna,
yeah,
Vidar, awesome figures. Everything like they're all good. They're all really fun to play
yeah,
too.
yeah,
And so
yeah.
I'm all for them.
It's awesome.
Good. But yeah, now yeah, do you have any predictions, anything?
Predictions. That's tough. Okay, so I mean, we will be seeing some Maladrix for sure. I won't be surprised if a Maladrix pod or two makes it to the top 8. I predict that's still going to happen probably.
Yeah.
I think we'll definitely see a couple Cobra teams in top 8. I think we'll see at least 1 or 2 Reaver teams for sure. I don't know if Scoredire or Oryx can make it to top 8. That's tough, honestly, because they're both not bad. They're good teams. Like I've gone up against Oryx already a bunch of times in Scoredire. Like they're not like bad, but it's like I'm trying to think. I want to say I think honestly with Maladra, I think Scoredire might edge out Oryx a little bit. So and I think we might see just a couple random like unique hodgepodge teams make top 8 as well, or at least one. Like a Kraken
Yeah.
team. Like maybe who knows? Maybe a Kraken team with a bunch of strong heroes could be top 8 too. I don't know. Like what about you? What's your predictions?
Yeah. No, yeah, that's what I would say we get if we're talking top 8. So top 8,
Yeah.
we're going to go with like 2 or 3 trooper pods. Probably a Reaver pod,
Mhm.
a Queen pod, and then yeah, maybe Scoredire probably could make it with the Queen, possibly. I think they make it probably more than the Chain Gruts. But Kane's really good though. Like Kane with his stomp and his shot can do quite a bit. But if the Scoredire have the Queen, you just get the Queen to kill Kane.
Yeah.
And
Kane's
that's
gonna,
that.
yeah, against the Queen, Kane is not gonna do much, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so I don't know if they'll make in there. And yeah, and there's definitely I guarantee, yeah, we're gonna see one of those just unique something heroes or
Yeah, there might be something.
or a spam of something, because like last year there was I think it was just Ken. He had all Tanuki and a Raylin, and
Yep.
he went really far, and nobody suspected that at all. They're like all Tanuki, and this is like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it did a good job, and Raylin did a lot. So I think we might get something like that. Maybe like maybe a Tanuki's with a couple of the ninjas too. Like maybe there's something there
Mhm.
where they're
Yeah.
able to assassinate some heroes. Because like Snake Eyes, if you get
Mhm.
kind of a combo, you maybe get some pushes, and then you're
Mhm.
able to work something out to where you can assassinate a hero. Who knows?
Yeah.
So we could get some random pod that's just gonna make it up there because it just
Yeah.
worked.
For yeah, Raylan team, man, we didn't even talk about Raylan at all. Raylan 4 is very good. Like
Yeah.
Raylan 3 is good too, but Raylan 4 is very good with with a bunch of squad spam. It's like, like you have to deal with her. It's like there's
Yep.
no way around it unless you want to take some wounds. And on Destro, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, you gotta like, yeah, that's a team I thought about too. I thought about a bunch of just crap ton of Reavers and Raylan and like one common hero. I thought about that too. That could be a pretty decent team. It's just, is Raylan beefy enough to take on like a really tough Maladrix or a Bernie pod? And the answer is probably not. And we're still going to be seeing a bunch of Bears, Maladrixes, at least on day 1, maybe even into day 2 a little bit. That's my gut. So it's like, the best call, I don't know, but yeah, we could see one. Top 16, top 8.
Yep. So that's cool.
So
That's exciting. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see
very excited.
people, excited to meet you, excited to meet other people I've been chatting with. It'll
Yeah.
be fun to go to Gen Con. I think it's super fun. There's so
Oh
many
yeah.
people there. It's fun to walk around the dealer hall. It's fun to go to the Renegade store, see all the stuff there. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a blast.
Yep. Excited to meet Renegade, of course. Obviously, very excited
Yeah.
to meet the designers and Lee and all that jazz. So that'll be awesome.
Yep. And get some
uh,
cool prizes. They have a prize wall this year. Which
yeah,
last
that'll
year
be fun.
last year they didn't have a prize wall, but I mean there's prizes given out. But this time we're
Yeah.
gonna get like tickets and you can trade for prizes, which is great because last year I got a lot of Raylins.
Yeah, dude. I mean, me too. I already got a bunch of Rillins coming out of my butt.
Yeah.
I honestly, I'll be honest. I would love to win a Paintmaster. I would really love to get one just for bragging rights, just to show,
Yeah.
for the history of the game. I love the history
Exactly.
of the game. Like, it's so cool. So I will absolutely, hey, anybody, you get a Paintmaster, hit me up. I will be willing to work out a deal with you, trade you something, or pay you some obscene amount of money potentially to get that Paintmaster. Like, so that'd be cool too.
Awesome. Do you have
I
any
wonder,
other yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I was just wondering. I wonder how fast Elan Fufo is gonna sell out. Like, is that gonna be like gone within like a couple hours, or do you think they brought enough? Because it's technically like an exclusive. So I'm
It
just
is.
curious if that's gonna be like, I believe it's available at 10 a.m. day one. So like
Mhm.
the first day heat, like you won't have one available technically because it starts at 9 a.m. So no
Yeah.
eel team's the first match, but I wonder how fast it's gonna go. Like I want to grab mine pretty quick.
I know,
I'm a little
right?
worried.
Yeah. I did see William post in the Discord that if your team has Ilfafua and you are in that first heat, that you can borrow
really?
some.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't see that. I must have
Yeah.
missed that. All right,
So
cool.
so there is an option there, and then obviously you give it back and got to go get your own. I imagine they're gonna have
Nice.
a lot, and they may or may not have a
Hope so.
cap. Maybe they're like, yeah, you only can buy 2.
Yeah.
Because since or can you buy as many as you want? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
They may have made an announcement, so if anybody
Yeah.
listening to this has seen that, let us know in the comments if there is a cap, because that would, if there is a cap, then I'm not worried. I definitely wouldn't be worried about them being bought out. If there's not a
Yeah.
cap, then I could definitely see they're being bought out, because there might be some people that are like, I'm gonna buy them from all my locals.
Oh yeah.
And I buy 30.
10. Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah,
like-
exactly.
And you get a couple, you get 100 people buying several for their locals, then they could run out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
sure.
that's a good question. So anyway, well, let's wrap up. Like where's the best place for people to find you on YouTube or?
Yeah, YouTube definitely. I'm also, I mean, you can see me post on the Discord as well, the Heroscapers Discord, and also the Renegade Discord. I post. I'm fairly active, and also the Owl's Nest at the Owl's Nest Heroscape is my tag on YouTube. And you guys can check out my stuff there, and of course your board hero. You can find you on the Discord as well, and of course your YouTube channel, Board Hero. I think you have two. You have 2 channels though, right?
I do. I have a woodworking business, and that's
cool.
what's on that channel. And then I had them combined, and then I separated it, so this is only Heroscape stuff. So just
Nice.
be a little more specific on what people are looking for. Plus, I wasn't really posting much woodworking sports stuff.
Oh yeah.
It was
That makes
kind of just all Heroscape right now. I don't have time right now, so that's all I do is Heroscape.
Yep.
But
Yep.
and then anybody watching, let us know in the comments what your army predictions are for Gen Con. What you think's going to be the strongest army, and see, maybe we'll end up taking one of those.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. I still haven't finalized my army, man. I'm like, some days I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna bring? And there's like,
There's
so much
too many
stuff going on
choices.
in my head. I'm like, I don't
Yep.
know. Decisions.
I'll be decided on day 2.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
when I'll make my decision. So,
Yeah, exactly.
awesome. Well, thank you for joining with me, and thank you everybody
Yeah,
for watching.
awesome.
And we'll probably do this again sometime.
Yeah, we'll do this again. Hopefully, to not too long, but yeah, definitely had a blast. Love talking about it, and then we'll get another maybe in a month or 2 or 3 months down the line. We'll get another collaboration going. So definitely let us know your thoughts in the comments. Let you know the best teams or whatever. What do you guys think? And so I guess we'll talk next time.
Yep. We'll see you later. Thank you.